This is a tutorial for you to show you how you change a PDF to an editable file to put on Google Classroom. So let's say you have purchased maybe some curriculum that came as a PDF. So now that we're using Google Classroom to post most of our assignments, we want to make sure that that's in a digital format. So what you would do, you would navigate to the PDF that you have, and then I would like you to then navigate to the page that you would like to make editable for your students. So let's say it's this one here. For this to work, I need you to be on your desktop computer so you have the capabilities of working within Windows. I want you to go down to this button here, and I want you to search for your snipping tool. Again, this is on a Windows device, and you type in snipping, and this snipping tool will come up, and I want you to click on it. And then, since I've already clipped this one, it's coming up with an image, but what yours will come up with is this little toolbar here. And I want you to make sure New is selected, and then you get these crosshairs. And you simply draw a screen capture over this image that you want to capture. So you can capture one page at a time from this huge PDF file that you may have for this unit of study. So now that I have this image, I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to go to Save As, and I want to rename this something that is meaningful to me or what the document is about. So this document is called Compare Settings or Setting, and I am going to add a 1 since I already had that document saved, and I'm going to click on Save, and it saved it to my computer. Now, to make this editable, what I want to do is close this file since it's already saved, and we're going to navigate back to our Google Drive, and we're going to up to New, and we're going to open up a Google slide, and we're going to do a blank presentation. So the first step was to go to that PDF, open it, find the page that you want, use the snipping tool and snip it. Second step is to open up Google Slides. Okay, Google Slides is defaulted, of course, to a slide format. We're going to change this format of this slide so it is the same dimensions as a paper. So to do that, we're going to go up to File, and we're going to go down to Page Settings. And it's always on widescreen 16:9, and we're going to go down to Custom. And we're just going to change this to a regular paper size, 8.5, 11. And we're going to hit Apply. And you'll see that it changes to the dimensions of a paper. I don't need these text boxes, so I'm going to go out up to Layout, and I'm going to just do blank because I'm now going to insert my image of my background for that PDF. The way to do that, so students can't move your image that you put on there, I want you to use the background option up here, and I want you to choose image, and then we're going to upload it from our computer right here. We're going to click on Browse, and we're going to find that file that we just named, and I named it Comparing Settings 1, so I'm going to select it, hit Open, and then I'm going to click on Done. Now the image, since it was at 8.5 by 11, it fits pretty good here. And all you would have to do now, you have the option to insert text boxes where you want your students to type. And you could say type here. And then to copy this, since this is selected, I could do a Control-C on my keyboard and then Control-V. Oops, let's not do it that way. Let's make sure that we are copying the text box. So the text box is selected. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way, and it's not doing the selection, so we're going to draw it again. So we're going to insert the text box, and we're going to say type here, And we will just repeat that process. So then, after we get all of these text boxes in here, so our students have a place to type in their answers, we would then go to our Google Classroom, create this assignment, pairing settings, and I am going to add this. First, before I add it, I'm just going to toggle back to my presentation, and I'm going to give this a file name just before we post it. Okay, so now that it's filed, I'm just going to named. I'm just going to click off of there. Now I'm going to toggle back to my Google Classroom, and now I'm going to navigate to my Google Drive to find that file that I just recently worked on. And right here it says compare settings. I'm going to click on that, press insert, and of course I'm going to make a copy for my students, and then I can select certain students. If I only have certain students that I want to send it out to, I can select more than one Google Classroom here. I can change all these too, but the important thing, as we know, is to always have a topic that we put these on. Since I already have a created topic for this week's lesson, I'm going to put it underneath there, and I can schedule this, of course, to go out, or I can simply hit assign. So I'll hit assign so to demonstrate what this is going to look like. So it will assign it and put it underneath that topic, and here it is. So if I click on it, once your students open up that document, then they are free to type here, and to put in their answer, they can just get rid of type here and complete their answers. I hope this helps with you having all those PDF files and making these PDF files editable for Google Classroom. Let me know if you have any questions.